morning, dear children. I hope you all are fine and safe with your family. Students, today in English grammar, we will be learning a new topic which is called as perfect tenses. So, what is perfect tenses? The perfect tenses are used to show actions that are completed at the time of speaking. So, what is perfect tense? The perfect tenses are used to show actions that are being completed at the time of speaking. The three forms of perfect tenses are the present perfect tense, the past perfect tense, and the future perfect tense. We will just look one after the other. First one is present perfect tense. So what it means? As the name shows, the present perfect tense shows an action that was going on in the past but has been completed only recently, just in the period of time. So what it means, students? As it suggests, it shows an action that was going on in the past but it is completed recently in the period of time. So that is what present perfect tense is. Examples have been given, students. First one, I have done my homework with care, and second one is Suzanne has brought a new blue ribbon recently. In the above examples, we see that has / have plus third form of the verb has been used after the subject. So what we have done? We have used first subject and then we have taken either has or have, and last we have taken third form of the verb. So how it is being done? If we look into the first example, the verb sentence is I have done my homework with care. So I is subject over here because it is the word is subject is I. So when the word I and we comes, okay students, when the word I and we comes, we use have word. Okay, we use the word have. So I have done. Done. What is the third form of do? It is done. So I have done my homework with care. So this way the sentence will become. Formation of present perfect tense. Now we will see, students, how to make affirmative, negative and interrogative sentence for present perfect tense. First one, affirmative form. This tense is formed by using third form of the verb after auxiliary verb has or have. Okay students, so what it means? We use either has or have. Okay, now how the sentence is going to become? It will become I have played, he has played. Okay students, so in affirmative, how the sentence is going to become? It is formed by using third form of the verb. That means we have added over here ed. It will become played. Okay, after auxiliary verb has or have. How to make it into a negative now? To make the negative form of this tense in present perfect tense, we insert not after the first helping verb has or have. Okay, so if you want to make negative form of this tense, what we need to insert? We need to insert the word not after the first helping verb, that is has or have. So how the sentence will become? I have not played, he has not played. And moving now to the question form. To make the interrogative form of this tense in present perfect, we shift have or has to the beginning of the sentence. What it means, students? When we want to make the interrogative form of this tense, what we do? We shift have or has to the beginning of the sentence. So how the sentence will become? Have I prayed or has he prayed? Okay students, so I hope present perfect tense what it is and how it is being formed, it must be cleared with everyone. Moving to our next one. Yes students, past perfect tense. As the name of this tense shows, the action indicated by this tense was started in the distant past and was completed in the past itself. So what it means, students? This tense was started in the distant past and was being completed in the past itself. So it is called as past perfect tense. Examples: he had gone for a morning walk. The hare had lost the race against the tortoise. We can see, students, two examples I had given over here. If we will look into the above examples, had word we used for past perfect tense plus third form of the verb has been used after the subject. Okay, students, so what it means? First we use the subject, then we use the word had, after that we use the third form of the verb. So I hope, students, this much be cleared with everyone. Now, formation of the past perfect tense. First one, affirmative form. In this tense, the subject is followed by had, to be further followed by third form of the verb. So how the sentence will become? I is subject over here. We had used had over here. Played carom. Okay, students? So how the sentence is now? I had played carom. In the negative sentence, how we use? Not is inserted after had. So how the sentence will become now? I had not played carom. Moving to our third form, that is interrogative. In interrogative sentences, had is placed before the subject. Okay, so when we use the word had, before the subject start, we use the word had. Okay, students, if you will look into the example given over here, the word we have added over here is had. So how after adding the word had before the subject, the sentence becomes like, had I played carom. Okay, students, so here we have done with formation of past perfect tense. I hope, students, it must be cleared with everyone. Moving to our last kind, which is future perfect tense. What it means? As the name of this tense shows, future perfect tense is used when an action that has not completed so far but will be completed in future before or by certain time. So as the name suggests that it is future perfect tense, it is used when an action that has not been completed so far but will be completed in future before or by certain time. Examples have been given, students. I shall have finished my homework by 4 p.m. Second sentence, he will have rested for an hour by 2 p.m. In these sentences, will have, shall have plus third form of the verb has been used after the subject. Okay, students, so what it means? We use first subject, then we use either will have or shall have, then we use at the last third form of the verb. Okay, students, so how the sentence will become? I. Okay, so I is subject over here. We have used the word shall have, then we have used over here third form of the verb, that is finish. Okay, finish. I shall have finished my homework by 4 p.m. I hope, students, future perfect tense must be cleared with everyone. So now we will move to the next part, which is formation of future perfect tense. We will see how to make affirmative, negative and interrogative sentences for future perfect tense. Moving to the first one, that is affirmative form. In this tense, the subject is followed by shall have or will have, further followed by third form of the verb. So how the sentence will become, students, now? He will have left for Agra by Monday. So we have used over here will have. So he is the subject. We have used will have, left for Agra by Monday. Moving to the second, that is negative. In negative sentence, not is inserted after shall or will. So what we do in negative sentence, we insert the word not when we insert after shall or will. So how the sentence will become over here now after inserting not? It will become he will not have left for Agra by Monday. Moving to our last, that is interrogative, that is question form. In interrogative sentence, shall or will is placed before the subject. Okay students, so what we do? We add over there shall or will before the subject is been added. So how the sentence is going to become now? Will he have left for Agra by Monday? Okay students, so we have inserted over here before the subject the word will. Okay, after that onwards the subject starts. So I hope students this formation of future perfect tense must be cleared with everyone. Now we will look into the important points that is to be remembered. Points to remember. Has is used when a subject is singular noun or pronoun. So the main question rises students when to use has and when to use have. Has we are supposed to use when a subject is singular noun or a pronoun. Have is used when the subject is plural noun or a pronoun. The first person I and will take have. Okay. If the sentence starts students from I or we should use the word have. The third person pronoun he, she and they take has. Okay students. So if the sentence starts from he, she or they, that time we have to use the word has. The pronoun you and they, we have to take have. At the last, shall is used only with the subjects I or we and will is used with all other subjects. I hope students this much must be cleared with everyone. Now we will take a quick quiz to find out whether everything is being understood or not. Exercise first one, make meaningful sentences using present perfect tense. It means we have to make a meaningful sentence using present perfect tense. She dash yet. In the bracket there are three options. Students, we have to select any one. Has not written, is not written, has not returned. Okay students, so the correct word over here will be has not returned. So the sentence will become she has not returned yet. Moving to our second one, make meaningful sentences using past perfect tense. After they dash, in bracket it is been given eat, the shellfish, they began to feel sick. So eat will become to had eaten because it is been, we have to change into past perfect tense. So how the sentence will become? After they had eaten the shellfish, they began to feel sick. Moving to our third one, make sentences using future perfect tense. Will you dash, in bracket it is given you slash finish the report by deadline. So how we will change into future perfect? We will add over there you have finished. Okay, so how the sentence will become now? Will you have finished the report by deadline? I hope students this much must be cleared with everyone. So in our today's video we have learned in detail about present, about perfect tenses and its three kinds, that is present perfect tense, past perfect tense and future perfect tense along its formation in affirmative sentence, in negative sentence and interrogative sentence. I hope students the topic must be cleared with everyone. If still any doubt is there, I request you all to again watch the video. Thank you so much.